What's up guys, Nolan here, and today we're talking about the future economy of Escape from Tarkov. It needs to be constantly reminded that EFT is very much still in development, so there's going to be stuff that changes, and some of those changes will be drastic. A big topic of the podcast yesterday with Nikita was about the economy and what happened with the whole thick case task change. Nikita explained that 80 to 90% of the people who completed the task immediately sold it on the flea market for 10 plus million rubles. I know I sure did. I sold mine for about 11 and a half, I think. I then turned around and used it all on finishing my hideout. I think that one task piggybanked my level 3 intel center, scav case, booze generator, and more. Now that task does require you to be level 30 as well as practically finish the entire current therapist quest line on top of handing in 3 LEDXs and ophthalmoscopes that do not need to be found in raid. I personally found all 3 scopes and 2 LEDXs from Ultra Medical Storage before I bought the 3rd LEDX and handed it in. Then once I got the case, I sold it for 11.5 million with about 9.5 million rubles profit as I bought the LEDX around 2 million rubles. Now this theoretically wasn't that big of a deal because it was up to the player to do whatever they wanted with their earnings or the case. However, it was a problem for the fight against RMTers. Nikita said that RMTers use the thick cases to do what they do more effectively in some way. And since 80 to 90% of the players that got that case fairly sold them, BSG saw it as a non-issue that needed to be fixed for the fight against RMT. Nikita saw this as one of those collateral damage situations where it sucks for some people, but it needed to be done to fight the good fight. The major reasons for why EFT isn't finished yet is because of the success of the game, as well as the fight against RMTers and cheaters in general. The real money transfers are backed by people who cheat because it's the quickest way for them to get money to sell. If BSG handled the RMT issues, they'll handle the majority of backing for cheating. Cheating in general will never be fully gone, but this will be a major chunk. The other side is network issues, which is just always going to be an issue as long as the game is popular, but they're constantly working on it. It depends on who you ask, but I'll have a biased opinion since I already got my cases and sold them, so I'm not going to say anything on that for now. For later though, I absolutely would not be opposed to the task being changed for a wipe so nobody has access, and I think that's what they will be doing. On that subject, I think that's not going to be the only significant change we see coming in the next wipe. To be clear here too, with Nikita confirming this yesterday, the next wipe shouldn't be for another several months at least, so do not hold your breath. This wipe went ridiculously quick for veteran players, and I don't just mean streamers either. I mean people who know where to go and what to do to efficiently level, as in people who have been playing for the last couple years. You don't need to play the game like it's your job to get leveled quickly. I have many friends who stopped playing months ago because they ran out of content in EFT, only to play the first 2 weeks of the wipe and run out again. BSG are going to be taking a good look at what gets people through the wipes so quickly, and they're gonna nerf the hell out of them. We have already seen the kill and nerf. They absolutely did something to scavs recently, as they have been particularly ruthless sometimes, and now we have the thick case task change. BSG have a certain idea about where they want EFT to go, and it's definitely not there yet. Those of you who started playing this year are going to be up for some roller coaster significant changes in the future, and those who were here before will probably see a bit of the old game come back. When I say significant, I'm not sure what else they're thinking, and I don't have specifics, but I will say I know there will be big changes for the next wipe, as this was absolutely too quick this time around. I know Nikita will be trying some stuff for the good of the game. We just need to remember it's for testing purposes right now and to give feedback as adults. I will say this though, in terms of what's within the realm of possibility here, yesterday during the podcast, when the topic came up of just removing the flea market altogether, Nikita actually thought about it before he said no. So let's just keep that in mind. They don't seem to be opposed to making crazy, massive changes to the game if it actually will have a good effect on the game. Now again, he did say no, but I just wanted to point that out so that we don't get absolutely blindsided if they do decide to make a significant and major change to the game for the good of the game. And again, unless they have this at release, it's for testing purposes. Just give feedback as adults. If you want to learn anything about Escape from Tarkov or its development, then you can check out my playlist for it here. If you're looking for people to play with, then you can join our Discord below. If you like this video, then you know the drill. I really appreciate the people who do. Otherwise, I hope you at least learned something, and I also hope you have a nice day. See you guys.